Palestinian-American activist and controversial co-chair of the National Women's March protest against President Donald Trump, Linda Sarsour, recently suggested, ready? People stop humanizing the Jews. I remember another time in history when that was said. She made the remarks at the Islamic Society of North America convention in Houston while speaking on Islamophobia and other political issues. Now, I'm not sure what's more concerning, the fact she made these hateful anti-Semitic remarks, or that the media and most Americans don't seem to think it matters. If you're a Christian, conservative, independent, or Republican, consider this a wake-up call to reevaluate your support for the politics and worldview of radicals like Linda Sarsour. She has aligned herself with people such as Louis Farrakhan and the far left, and according to reports, Linda Sarsour refused to allow women who oppose abortion and same-sex marriage to take part in the Women's March in Washington, D.C. earlier this year. And she argued that there was no room in the feminist movement for supporters of Israel. She's also been an outspoken advocate in the Black Lives Matter movement and promotes numerous anti-Israel policies. Now, it's deeply alarming the media practically whitewashes her background and political activism. I understand because some of them are on her side. Now, Linda Sarsour was arrested last week, no surprise, for disrupting Judge Brett Kavanaugh's Supreme Court confirmation hearing. So, it's also not at all surprising that Sarsour was endorsed by new Democrat Party hero, socialist Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who also calls Israel the occupiers of Palestine. Check this tweet out. Quote, "Our future is a shared responsibility. This woman putting it all on the line for health care, women, and LGBT rights is Linda Sarsour. The far right constantly maligns her with false attacks and threats of violence, and yet here she is, as always, fighting for everything our flag represents." Now, hold on a minute. So the American flag represents socialism, abortion, taxpayer-funded transgender surgeries, gay pride parades, silencing Christians, social justice, advancing Islam in America, and dehumanizing the Jews? Let me check our founding documents and get back to you. No, I don't need to. You might have some credibility now if you argue that America is no longer a Christian nation in practice. But any sincere citizen who is of average intelligence or education would agree that the United States was established upon the freedoms, morality, and principles found within the Judeo-Christian worldview. And as for Israel, the Lord God promised to make Israel into a great influential nation, whether we like it or not. The Bible is pretty clear. God said, quote, "I will bless those who bless you, and the one who curses you I will curse. And in you all the families of the earth will be blessed." End quote. That's Genesis 12:3. And in Genesis 12:7, it states, "The Lord appeared to Abram and said, 'To your descendants I will give this land.'" So he built an altar there to the Lord who had appeared to him. There are a lot of other scriptures detailing the boundary lines of the land. To this day, the dispute with God's chosen people, Israel, is not only over the land, but Muslim nations think Israel does not even have a right to exist. The Jewish Torah promises the children of Israel a modest and reasonable allotment of land. This portion of land, by the way, is about 1/19 the size of California, and yet Israel is currently surrounded by 22 hostile Arab nations, 640 times the size of Israel, and 60 times her population. Throughout the centuries, nations have raged and have come against this nation the size of New Jersey. But understand that God promised to bless those who bless Israel, and he will eventually judge and destroy nations that come against Israel. So, when people in America, such as Linda Sarsour, encourage Muslim Americans and others to dehumanize the Jews, it should send a chill down our collective spines. I'm David Fiorazo. God bless you, and keep speaking the truth about things that matter.